Alrighty guys, what's going on? This is OBB, the Diecast News Guy, bringing you all with another next-gen Diecast review provided by my good friends at Circle B Diecast. You know what time it is. Make sure to use that promo code OBBYT, get $5 off shipping on your next purchase, and it's got to be $30 or more because otherwise you're just wasting time, and heck, you're going to be wasting money too as well because shipping is so damn expensive, and heck, it comes a long way at the end of the road. But today it's going to be on a Diecast that I think a lot of people are going to actually be a lot of fans of this guy considering he just had some repercussions with Denny Hamlin at the Texas race. This is on William Byron's Liberty. No, just kidding. This is the Liberty University. That's quite a controversial college to go to. Chevrolet Camaro Z01 1LE for Henrik Motorsports. This is the paint scheme that, of course, I think I actually did saw this car actually. What was it? I mean, okay. This car did won at the first Atlanta race, but I actually did saw the diecast of this in person at the haulers, and I didn't really got it at first because I kind of thought, I don't know, just how the lighting was on those haulers. I was like, oh god, it has the same cream white as the Bowman car. I'm like, yeah, no thanks. But now since I got some really good light up in this bitch, let me tell you what, this thing actually looks really nice. I mean, there are some things I'm going to criticize about this paint scheme, and I was going to wait until his Atlanta race win was going to come out, but you know what, man, I'm really digging these William Byron cars, and I'm not planning to pick up his Exalted car because it's pretty much exactly the same as the next gen test car that he had in Wave 2. But yeah, the William Byron Liberty car, not Liberty Mutual, or Liberty Insurance, whatever the hell it's called. But anyways, I feel like a goddamn Statue of Liberty doing this diecast review. But anyways, enough of me being bad on these damn puns. Let's go ahead and kick off this diecast review and the official unboxing of William Byron's 2022 Liberty University car. And alrighty guys, we got this diecast out of its box, and man, let me tell you what, this paint scheme is really starting to grow on to me. I mean, at first I was like, oh god, they're trying to put the flames on this, they're trying to make it like, like a freaking Dollar Tree version of the Exalta, it ain't a 24 car without the flames, I mean, no, people are not going to like the car without flames, so, I guess they kind of hit the panic button and they said, alright, well, we have no idea how to utilize the space and the spots, on this next gen car, let's just put flames on it. And at first I was like, what a downgrade. I thought last year's was a lot better. I mean, yeah, it did had a little bit of a flame, but it had more of a patriotic flair. But, the more I look at this now, I'm like, okay, it's not the worst thing I've seen. It's a lot better than the Exalted car from this year. I mean, at least, there's not any noticeable big gaps. I mean, but, it is a little bit on the plain Jane side. But, man, it's not too bad. And like I said, whoa, this car is a working suspension. Oh, lordy, that's another Chevrolet. Look at this. Look at that. My God. This, if anyone has to say, like, what is my favorite feature of the Lionel diecast, is this right here. There's nothing more I like than a freaking bouncy diecast. Look at that. Bouncy up in this bitch. For real, guys. Let's get on to some sponsors right here. We got LU, not loser, but that's for Liberty University. Really am curious on why the logo is very tiny. I think I guess they just didn't want those hood vents to like overlap. It does look kind of weird, but I know a lot of people are like, is that actually accurate? I think it is, but just I don't know. I mean, in terms of utilizing, because look how big this hood is, guys. I mean, I understand you got those hood inlets right there that do cut off, but just I don't know, I think Liberty University could have done a better job because I can barely... You can see the LU, so if you're from Liberty University or you know that school, then heck, you're going to know that is the case, but the words are very tiny, so that's just a little disappointing right there, but we got a nice... fun fact, this actually has a black spoiler and a black what was it? Splitter. My God, I can't really pronounce my S's today. Good Lord. Sound like a damn snake now. But, yeah, like I said, it's not a bad paint scheme. It's not my favorite, but it does, especially this front end view, guys, it kind of reminds me, this front end view does remind me of, like, his junior motorsports car, from a few years ago, when he won his championship. And, can't say that about his truck series. My God, Byron should have won the truck series championship a few years ago, guys. He should have when he won almost double-digit wins. I mean, it's just insane just how broken that playoff format was, and it still is to this day. But yeah, William Byron, guys, he's been a hot name now, guys, especially after what happened at Texas. I mean, he unfortunately got into a nice little scuffle with Denny Hamlin. So, of course, if Hamlin gets into it with a Henrik guy, who people are going to pick on. But apparently, William Byron, from what I've seen in the highlights so far, I guess ran Denny Hamlin, off the track or spun him out during caution, which is a big no-no. You're not supposed to do that. I don't know if there's any miscommunication communication, but I mean, it did confirm on the radio that he said, and I quote, was done with his shit. Boy, where was the William Byron that we needed because I actually saw, I almost saw this guy won the Darlington Goodyear 400 race. And of course, Joey Logano did what Joey Logano does, and, respect to the Logano fans who are watching, but, he just, raced him hard and got the win, and Byron ended up in the wall. So that's just how Logano races. But I guess William Byron, since it's the playoffs now, William Byron's like, hey, you know what, man? I'm not going to take any shit from anyone. And sadly, he paid the price for it. He got a $50,000 fine and docked 25 points in drivers and owners. And he was sitting third at the time, but now he is literally in the cutoff, 8 points out. And coming into Talladega and Charlotte Roval, I will be nervous for William Byron because he has been very consistent, as I'm showing you guys a nice little 360 view of all these sponsors right here, henrycars.com. I'm not sure what that logo is right there by the Valvoline logo, but kind of wish there were some sponsors right here. But back to what I was trying to say before, I got interrupted by all these sponsors. Yeah, William Byron has been very consistent in the playoffs, but I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see if he can overcome, that big penalty, because losing points during the playoffs is quite huge. He has finished I think every race so far in the playoffs. I'm uploading this before Talladega. He's finished in the top 10, and he's been up front contending, and he's survived all the mayhem that's happened. So as far as I know, Goodyear didn't really hit him with any tire issues yet, or the crappy ass parts. Good lordy. Oh my god. But yeah, I will say there are some things I do got criticized about this Liberty University car. The flames are okay. The red 24 might look a little weird, but you can see where the outline is. I mean, it's not bad. I could definitely see it. I thought there was going to be visibility issues of seeing this car, but man, I didn't have a hard time seeing this car, in person. So, man, it is what it is. We do got a lopsided Goodyear logo right there. Good lord, that just explains just their quality in general. We do got some weird red outline on the back. That's supposed to be part of the paint scheme. I know some people, I think Lord Wrangler pointed out, is that part from the deck lit? I think it's just how the paint scheme is, because I think they're trying to. This car is kind of having a midlife identity crisis. It doesn't want to know what it wants to be. It's like flames on the side, but then, it's all plain Jane right here in the front, and then you got racing stripes, because, there's nothing better on a stock car than racing stripes, am I right? I mean, it's not bad. I mean, it's not cluttered and chaotic like, the freaking, Alex Bowman car. But just, I don't know. I mean, I think, and it's just me, or just this 24 look odd. It seems like it's slanted the other way. Doesn't it look odd? Because look, that 24 looks like it's got the perfect slant, but here it looks like, I don't know, like a Chinese Jeff Gordon or Chinese William Byron. I mean, my lord, what I mean by that, guys, it's just it looks like a knockoff. I don't know. It's just that. Is it just me, or just, I don't know. I mean, that 24, I don't know. It looks like it's just, it just looks, it feels like it should be slanted the other way. It just looks kind of weird, but feel free to tell me what you guys think about that. But now we're showing you guys the 360 view. There's the underside if you guys want to see that. Let's get on to the side-by-side comparison, and I will tell you exactly why I think last year's car probably is a little bit better, as this one also has suspension issues too. Good lord, Lionel cannot build a good, they can't even build a car that even has two things up his ass. I mean, but see what I mean about the Liberty University logo, guys, compared to last year's? Yeah, it's just so much smaller. You can barely just see it. I think they should probably done a better job. I think they could have utilized the space right there. And just the paint scheme in general, guys, I kind of wish they would have kept the stripes, because the stripes really kind of give it a nice patriotic look. I mean, yeah, last year's is kind of plain Jane too, but just I feel like it has an identity. It knows what it wants to be. Compared to this year's, I think it's trying too hard to be like the Exalted car, because the Exalted car doesn't have flames anymore. So it's all right, we got to put flames on, the Liberty car, because this is practically William Byron's, sponsorship right here. I mean, he's already driven this car, I think, 7 or 8 races. And is there smear marks on this? There's actually, yeah, there's residue of the gunmetal paint on these diecast. Holy shit, Lionel came and painted tire, even if they had the most crooked eyes on the planet. Good lord. That's the one thing I was worried about, these colored rims. I knew they were gonna not be properly cleaned up, and yeah, we're seeing that right there, guys. Seeing it right there. But even notice as well, guys, the blue is a lot more darker than last year's. Last year's was a nice little navy blue, but this year's is pretty dark. I don't know, it looks pretty close right here if you think about it, but you guys be the judge on that. I didn't realize the flames also extend right here to the C-post, which is pretty cool, I guess. But see what I mean, guys? Yeah, the 24 is slanted different. Look, the 24 is supposed to be slanted like this, but here it's slanted toward, towards the front of the car, while it should be toward the back. So If that's actually right on the card, then that's on Henrik because that's really just odd, guys. I probably would not recommend. I'll show you guys this side because that looks pretty, toxic to say the least. But feel free to comment below which diecast you guys think is a lot better, the 2021 version or the 2022. Always want to hear your guys' comments, thoughts below. Even though this is a base white car, so I thought there were going to be more quality issues, but so far not bad for the price you get right here. I probably will say this car will be released in a NASCAR Authentics way pretty soon. And more importantly, where the hell is Wave 4, Lionel? But this has been OBB, the Diecast News Guy. Thank you guys so much for watching this Diecast review, this next-gen Diecast review of the William Byron 2022 Liberty University Chevrolet Camaro Z01 1LE 400 Motorsports. Comment, subscribe, and this has been OBB. I'll catch you guys next time on another next-gen review, and see you guys later. And remember, Liberty Bibberty.